making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. So, today I want us to speak about General Mkhwanazi. He was speaking at the stakeholders thingy, where he said a lot of things that I want us to quickly get right into. So firstly, this one sparked a lot of controversy on social media, where he said Uguti, police officers shouldn't be paid like a lot of money or high salary, because the higher the salary, the less the police officers that are hired. Gandhi, had the salary been less, then more people would be hired. Yeah. So a lot of people, of course, came down on that. They were like, no, that's not how it works. And also, it's not our problem. You know, people are like, well, it's not our problem as well that, I mean, you know, you can't want to reduce my salary just because you want to hire more people. I mean, that's not my problem. So, I want to play this clip here of General Mkhwanazi because I want you guys to tell me what you think. What do you think? Also, understand the way he's saying it. Do you think he's making sense? You know, so I want to play this clip of him speaking. After that, there's a video that I saw on TikTok. I think it was made by Bianca. I could be wrong. I'm going to go look for it and attach it here as well, because I want you to hear the perspective of Bianca. So I want you to tell me what you think. What do you think? Do you think that General Mkhwanazi is correct, how he thinks, or do you think he's wrong? Let's have a listen.
In case to 19,000. But the population is growing and we are going down more. Thanks to who? The unions. Labor people who said we want salaries for our employees. So the more government employment, increase salaries, is the lesser the employed. So the lesser the employed, the more crime happens. So we need to really interrogate and ask this thing. Prima, you said this country is going down in front of our eyes. The reality is we've got too many things that are wrong in our country that contribute. Labor laws are one of those. I can tell you that one. We moved to 25,000 employees. It was paying me to look at the NUMSA's Secretary General yesterday talking about the closures of UDA. So when we have companies that are starting to shut down, you need to ask yourself, and many of them shutting down in the country, the higher the salary we need, the lesser the employment. And that's a reality. We can't avoid it, but it's a fact. We must face it, it is there. And we experience it in the police, and so is everyone. Now, therefore, we have to employ other means to try and balance this. Because if we don't have a person, that means we must employ a camera to help us to see at least. If we don't have a person, we must employ cars so that you can have more vehicles patrolling to cover the areas that people were not normally supposed to cover. And all these things need money. That is unfortunate reality. So it's the truth that I'm glad we're all here that we'll have to face as we're talking to each other. We are yours, and we need you to guide us. If we are not behaving well, discipline us. If you're not fit for a job, fire us because we are employed by you. We not have a guarantee that we can be in this job forever. You need to chase us away if you're not delivering.
Crucify me if you like, but I am going to disagree with the man of the moment on this one. I think it was a very bad take. Saying that if you were able to pay policemen less, you would be able to hire more policemen, and the unions are the problem because they fight for better salaries for policemen. I'm sorry, that's not our problem. If he had said, if we curb corruption, we can invest in hiring more policemen, I would have agreed. But I know what policemen are paid. I, for instance, in my past life, was married to a policeman. And we used to joke, he was working for a good medical aid, definitely not for the salary. So, no, I disagree with the man of the moment, and I'll stand with what I'm saying. And people get things right, but they also get things wrong.
So yeah, so yes, guys, that you've heard the general speaking. So what do you think? Personally, I mean, it depends also what is the low salary. You know, there's salaries that you can't live on, and then there's salary that is low but you can like survive on. But is it fair wanting to reduce keep people's salary minimums just because you want to hire more people? Shouldn't there be a standard salary of what people are paid? I mean, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? You share your opinion. Now, moving on. General Mkhwanazi also continued and said, crime in South Africa is linked to broken families, absent fathers. He suggests that pausing soccer matches on TV to show message about gender-based violence. He also points to neglected areas in KwaZulu-Natal with high crime, saying authorities focus too much on reacting to problems instead of preventing them, which is very, very, very true. He also said here, let me read this whole thing here. He said here, so he was speaking at the provincial stakeholders engagement session. So where he highlighted broken family structures can drive youth towards gang and criminal activity. Without fathers, young men often seek role models in the wrong places, he said. Pointing at KwaZulu-Natal, 4,278 murders over the 9 months as evidence of the social vulnerabilities criminal exploit. Mkhwanazi unveiled a 3-step crime prevention plan, urging stronger community partnerships and action on social factors underpinning crime. His remark has drawn mixed reactions. Some praise his focus on family issues, while others argue systemic problems like poverty and unemployment are very, very true. Also, this one is also it's also debatable because I've seen so many people that grow up. Okay, there's 2 people that I've seen who are criminals, not from broken families. I've seen kids who are from good families. Good families, they've got the basics that they need. Some are taken to good schools, they become criminals. Yeah, one. I've also seen some people become criminals because of poverty. You know, it gets to a place where like kids can't, especially the ones that grow up with that okay, maybe it is from a broken family. I mean, if your family can't provide for you, right? I mean, if there's no father structure, you've got a single mother, and your mother is hustling, trying to do things, and then maybe she can't afford, you are hungry. That is a broken family. And maybe if there was a father, maybe things would be different. I don't know. But I've seen also Nyani people resort to crime because they don't have jobs, they don't have money, they're trying to survive. So I mean, could be correct. So yeah, like, what do you guys think about General Mkhwanazi's sentiments? I mean, there's a lot of things that contribute to people being to being criminals. Honestly, there's so many people that I know also that are from good schools, that went to good schools, that got everything that they needed at home, but they became criminals. And I still don't understand why they became criminals. So I mean, there's a lot. I think there's generally just a lot that happens behind the scene. Abanye bantwana bafuzile. Abanye, it's influence from the streets. It comes from influence from the street. So you never really know what's gonna make someone a criminal. But General Mkhwanazi believes that it does stem from broken families. Had there been a strong family, had there been a strong, like a father to say no, when you go out of your way, when you are doing what you're not supposed to do, or being scared that if I come home at this time, my dad is gonna shout. Yeah, but a lot of families are raised by single mothers. Yeah, kids are raised by single mothers. So he says that definitely impacts on the high crime rate out there. So what do you guys think about that statement? Do you think it's true?
So until you switch on the television in the car and play a victim of gender-based violence in the TV screen while they are watching soccer match, pause on the social match, let them watch the reality that you face. If we go out in those areas and we promote such, we might start reaching out to the real people who are causing problems. Because most of the time they don't focus on serious news. They're more on social. They go and drink, they watch game, they go home, they pay their wives. That's a reality what we see. And when you analyze this, in the main, you find it within the township. That's where it happens. So rapes and sexual offenses, some of them might not be reported, especially in the rural areas. We have Honorable Premier, a forgotten district in this province. I don't know for whatever reason that is forgotten. Umzinyati district. It is the source of criminality in this province, in the country at large. Almost every hitman you get gets recruited from. These are youngsters where the polygamy, it's a culture, it's a common thing. Just go around and find any boy that comes from them, you ask them, who's your father? They say, my father is so and so, I don't know my father. My father gave birth to myself and 2 siblings, and he had also another wife with another family, and he went to Johannesburg, he worked in the mine, he never came back. And we grow up, we have to fend for ourselves, we have to figure out how to navigate this life. And while on that, you also get a who comes and when the father dies, and made mama pregnant and forget about these children of his brother. And so when these boys grow up, they grow up not knowing what to do, and they get recruited. They get recruited and they end up committing crime. So that's what we've seen most of the time, when we analyze our crime. So what we see happening in our crime, it is because of somewhere where we are not fixing a problem. We are dealing with the outcomes. We're not analyzing the root causes of why people do what they do. We have to go back into that.
So, yeah, but tell me what you think, guys. I'm interested to know what you think when you hear what General Mkhwanazi is saying. So the comments are saying, someone is saying 100% spot on. Create greater awareness by targeting the correct audience. Someone else said, General Mkhwanazi, for president, we are dealing with matters head on. Enough with the false promises. Someone says, yes, we need this show so that people can talk about the horrible things happening to our kids and us women. Someone says, weak wannabe public speakers always bringing nonsense as its truth and factual. It's only situational problems. Reports such as this are bait-based and not helpful. How many well-off people, kids, are corrupt and criminals? Yeah, I mean, you do get you do get abantwana bangamameliyo. Someone says, I understand my brother, but let's be reasonable with it, because losing jobs every day, it's because of these high wages. I disagree. Food is expensive, fuel is expensive, clothes are expensive, and average earner does not qualify for bond, which is very true. Vehicle finance is crazy. The government needs to regulate pricing of goods. Yeah, I mean, it's debatable, Nyan, because you will never live a good life if for them to hire more people, they need to pay people less. You will never live a good life. And also that means less people are going to want to be police officers if there's no good salary. Less people will want to be police officers. Also, this is what makes them corrupt. Because the less they earn, they become more and more corrupt because they get bribed. Yeah, but so it is a risk either way. You can't pay people lesser salaries. The lendiments ba bribe lula because they are not earning good money. They're desperate to make ends meet. Yeah, but so I mean, you guys tell me what you think. You know, that's all I came to share today. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zipolo Pelwane. This is Simple Politics. Please subscribe. Support the channel where you can. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.